What is going on, guys? It's your boy Joji. I'm back at it again. We got a new deck profile for you. It's been such a long time since I last played the game. I kind of died off a little bit there in OP11. I took a little bit of a tail end, started focusing on work, life, just all sorts of things. And then I saw OP12 was coming out. I thought maybe I'll look into some decks, and I've really been having a lot of fun with Kuzan. So I think today I'm gonna be going over this deck. I'm gonna be showing you some gameplay and getting into the weeds of it and kind of telling you the good parts of Kuzan and the bad parts of Kuzan. So without further ado, let's get past all of it and just get straight into the deck. So Kuzan's a great deck. He's good. I can't say he's great. He's a good deck. He's a blue deck, and the problem with blues, they're control decks, but control has been a lot harder to control things now because a lot of bodies in the game are pretty tall. So blue has been struggling a little bit, and Kuzan kind of makes up for it by having a really good draw engine, so you can counter out a lot, and like that's kind of their focus is to counter out in a lot of areas. But the problem is he's a little slow. Like a lot of blue decks are, he's a little slow, and that can be a hindrance, especially if you don't see your curve, and you get out curved by another deck. If you go against decks that also like to go second, you will get out curved if they go second, and it can just be hard to deal with. You can backpedal, but it's difficult. Regardless, there are three cards that are really like your bread and butter cards, and that's your Kuzan, your Sakazuki, and your Garp. Kuzan and Garp, I would argue, are the best cards out of the three. Sakazuki's good. I think he's a little overhyped. He's undertuned in my opinion. You play him out, he draws you some cards, and then you can trash a card and give a Rested Dawn to one of your leaders or characters, which is good, but you don't have any characters that utilize Rested Dawn abilities. So, he's alright in my opinion. I've seen decks that run Cavendish. I don't run Cavendish. Cavendish is just way too easy currently to get removed off the field in the very early games, very early stages. He can get popped so quickly, and then you kind of or he's getting swung into by Green Zoro super fast. He's such an easy card to get removed, and so he just lies a brick in your hand, and I don't really like him. I don't like the balance of him, so I got rid of him. But this Kuzan is kind of your bread and butter. He slows the game down. He's essentially, in my opinion, a worse 6-drop boa. If you remember this boa here, here we go. This 6-drop boa, same sort of idea, but other than you can't freeze a Monkey D. Luffy, this one can stop any opponent's characters from attacking until the end of the next opponent's turn. Same with boa. Boa is a little better because it could also bottom deck any cost 1 or less, so you would freeze a character and bottom a 1 or less character. Obviously, Boa right now doesn't have as much effect because a lot of big characters that are being put on field are Luffy-like characters, so it's hard for her to take effect. So Kuzan is better in that sense, and he functions better with the deck due to the draw engine of the deck. Since I haven't read the ability, when you trash cards from your hand due to Navy card effects, you may draw an equal number of cards that are trashed due to that effect, and that is continuous throughout the whole game. It's not an activate main, it's not a once per turn. It is just anytime you trash a card with your Navy characters, you draw a card. That is at all points in time, so it doesn't matter the number of cards you trash. So it's a really good engine. It's really fun to play with. I like the deck. I like how it runs. It is a little slow, and it's a little funky here and there. You do run a ton of 2Ks to try to counter out of a lot of areas, and you prioritize on just building a really tall, wide board as fast as you can, and then trying to keep their board clear. So it's a little difficult to balance everything on top of itself, but yeah, you can find areas to play your Garps versus your Gravity Blades or your Kuzans over your Sakazukis. And I think, it really just takes your own intuition to where to play what, but at the end of the day, he does struggle a little bit, just being a little bit slower than a lot of the current decks in the meta. But without further ado, let's just get straight into some gameplay so you can see it run rather than me just tell you. Alright, so getting into it, looks like we're going to be going against Shanks. We are definitely taking second. Hand's not bad. I do like this Resonante for any removal. We're gonna keep it because this Sengoku might be able to draw us a little bit deeper. That's really good with the Sakazuki. I think we play really well into Shanks for one reason only. That being that all of our bodies for the most part are 8K, plus we'll have a bunch of cards in hand. That's really good. We're off to a good start. We're really hitting the road running right now. I'm going to develop this Kuzan, actually. I think this is... I guess Borsalino, my bad. Kuzan and Borsalino are two totally different people. Oh my goodness. Watch the anime much? Am I right? Anyways, I'm developing this because, I could have done a Sengoku swung with one and just gone there, but I think this is a better play because now I can go like this, just pitch probably the Sengoku here, and then he can pitch, this blocker Shanks, which is a really good new addition to the card, like to cards. For the Shanks deck, it allows basically him to trash card from hand, basically doing any 2K counter, but it minuses a power from a card. So, no point in swinging, really. I'm just going to play very baseline. We're going to trash here, we're going to freeze here, we're going to draw a card, we're going to pass over. No point not to. Depending on how he swings here, will really tell me all I needed to know. He can 7, but, 7ing this isn't going to do anything, so I'm just going to trash a card, regain a card. It's not going to do a whole lot. Whereas, if he was to have something that could reduce this down and then kill this, that would be a little bit more of a hindrance, but he does not seem to have that, so we're just going to take this. And then he's going to play a Hongo. It looks like he's getting ready to play a big turn here coming up. We're going to start with just a 5 swing. He's definitely going to just use his leader ability. Yeah. And then we're going to swing an 8. You'll probably take it. And then we'll go our Garp, trashing a Rosinante to play out a Sengoku. We'll draw. I made a misplay here because I could have swung 6, but I think he would have just blocked it regardless. So, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. He is going to play something out that'll be able to kill here, but he won't be able to get this. This is at 6. He's going to swing 6 into 6. Yeah, we're just going to give him a 1K Searcher. And then we can probably go with another Kuzan to freeze this guy out. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. We could go 6 for Kuzan. And then maybe 3 for Sengoku. 1 for that. That seems pretty good to me. Let's go 5 into 3, see what he does. He might minus, then give me a 2K. If he does, I'll go 6 into 3, see what he does. Just kind of keep doing that. Yeah, I'm curious to see as to how he's going to play it here. I want to develop another body. I also want to see if I can't find a red rock. So I'm a little skeptical about searching so much right now, but I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with this. Maybe he'll let it die. If he lets this die, it'll kind of shift my focus towards his leader a lot. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so yeah, we'll definitely do Kuzan to freeze out his Rayleigh. So we're just going to rip that right out gate and trash the Sengoku, freeze here, draw. And then we will go probably this guy out. And yeah, let's go 6 into 5. He might just minus and block. If he does, then I will kill. 8 into 5. He has to take. And then I think we go Law Blocker. No, we go Sengoku and then into Law Blocker. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll go Sengoku, trash this Rosinante. I don't see it getting too much value right now. We'll go 2K and a G-Blade, and then draw a card. And then we'll just play the Law Blocker over the top of it, just to have that ready. We'll just give it a free block. He's going to 10-drop here. Seems pretty obvious. So now we can swing in 8 for a nice amount. Looks like he's trying to just do everything he can to reduce this guy down. Not working too well. We'll go another 8. And then a piece of me wants to bottom here and here, but I kind of want to search at the same time. I think developing another body is pretty good as well. Maybe we develop this guy and this guy. And then we just swing like a 7 in. Swing 7. keep the blockers up. Yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. So we're gonna go swing 7. See what he does. 7, 8. We'll go 8 drop. We will trash the pheasant peck. And then we'll play out the nothing, I don't think. I don't think it's worth playing anything out right now. I think it's better just to keep what we have. So that way, the reason I'm keeping this 7 drop is in case he decides that he wants to play on another blocker. Yeah, it's not too concerning. We'll just block that. And then, yeah, you can swing with this, but it doesn't really do anything. Yeah, so I don't know if we have game necessarily, but we definitely have close to. So we're gonna try it out. We're gonna go 7 in, see what he does. I'm gonna go another 7 in, see what he does. Go another 7 in, see what he does. And then we'll just do all in and pray. He does have the counter, so I think we lose this one. Actually, he's got to get past 3 life and also find the blocker. We can do this and this. And then it looks like we might be free from that. And if he puts out a 4-drop block, we might be in a really good position here. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Yeah, we take it. Super unlucky here. Super unlucky. Oh, wait. No, there's no chance. Actually, is that enough? I don't know if that's enough. Let's see. 2, 4, 6. Oh my goodness. Luck is on our side. That is pure luck by that point in time. I can't make that up. That's just, I got lucky. I can't say anything. I thought I was gonna get unlucky. I was like, wow, unlucky that I didn't get a counter. To follow it up with 2Ks afterwards is probably the luckiest I could get. So, you know, sometimes things just happen to go your way. Sometimes you're Shanks. So, you know, on to the next one. All right, so we are here. We got a Zoro game. Looks like they chose to go second. We'll keep this hand because we do get some searchers and we have a 5 cost. We'll grab the 3 cost here. I think that's better for your 3-Dawn turn. This 5 cost will be really good to bounce back. Let's say he plays out a cheat. This will be really good too. That's 2 really good cards, honestly. We'll grab out the Borso and I guess this girl, Miss Hina, and draw a card. Fortunate that we haven't seen anything for our 6-Dawn turn, or I guess our 7-Dawn turn, which would be Kuzan. But if we don't see anything by that point in time, we'll just Gravity Blade and play that route. We can just rip into that pretty easily. We'll take this to see what we get. That's sweet. We'll go 2 into 1. See if he gives us the counter. He does not. We're probably just going to swing 6, I'm going to guess. See if we can get him to take a card. If he does take, yeah, we just go 4-drop for pudding. Shuffle his hand out and pass on. We could play out the blocker, but just better to shuffle his hand, make him lose some cards. So, because he would have been at 8 cards next turn, kind of a booklet there. Now he's at 6 cards, so better overall just to do that instead. And now that he's doing this, makes me want to counter here, but I will take so I can find a piece, and that's exactly what we want to find. So we're going to go just a 4 into here, 5 into face, and then we'll just drop a 6-drop, and we'll trash just 1 G-Blade. We don't need 2 of them, and we'll draw a card. Another good piece. This time if he decides to go 8 into face, I will just, he won't be able to, actually. I'm realizing that now. He'll go 5 into 4. We'll let it die. If he goes 8 into 8, it's a bad play. we'll just counter out of that one. And then here we can go 5 into 5. I don't like the Hody Jones play personally. We're gonna slow it down a bit because I've been kind of playing fast. I don't like the Hody Jones play because now he's kind of playing on the back pedal because he's probably gonna take this life. Yeah, and this Hody Jones is gonna be frozen because I'm gonna play this right. You gotta trash first, then you play your card. Then you want to draw with Kuzan ability to see what you get first, and then trash a card. In this case, I will trash one of these Borsos, and I'll freeze this Hody and draw another card. And then I'll leave one standing for a Pheasant Peck. If he decides to Hody, which he's not going to, I could have just swung. I could have just used my counter because Hody would have been to take this down, but he's at 1 life. Now, good thing to play out a Mihawk to get some protection. Problem is, I now have 3 8K bodies established. He might just go all in on this guy. Yeah, and that's exactly what he does. We'll give him a 1K for this guy. And then he's going to go 8 to my face. I'm going to take it. And he's going to play out another blocker, which is fine. So we kind of have a really good combo here because we're going to go 4 to shuffle everything. Again, 1 more pudding. We only run 2, so seeing both of them is pretty lucky. And he is going to have to probably counter everything here. But I'll be able to freeze out this Hody once again. And then it'll just be really tricky for him to do anything. So we'll see what his plan is after this. He lost all of his counters, supposedly. So we'll see if that's how true that is. Yeah, that is. It looks like it's true. Lol. GG. Oh, I have my keyboard attached to a different computer at the time, so I wasn't able to say that to him. But regardless, that is a really good way to seal games out. Is he probably had like just 2K galore in hand, and I shuffled it out with Pudding. Pudding is a really good sealing card, but let's say this had gone on for 1 more turn. What I would have just done in this case is go 6-drop Kuzan, play him out, or a better option might have even been to go 3-drop Sengoku, trash the Gravity Blade, leave some up for Pheasant Peck, and just swing everything else. That way, I could draw a couple more cards, draw some 2Ks, guarantee I stay healthy, and then be able to seal game on the following turn. I think trying to seal game, or at least freezing out 1 character next turn, might not have done it for Zoro specifically. But we won, so it doesn't matter. Alright, so purple-black Luffy. He chose to go first, puts me on my second curve. I kind of like this hand because I got some good searchers. I got a Law Blocker, I got a Borso Blocker, which can't be KO'd, so if he tries KO, it just gives me cycle. So we're going to use this as effectively as possible. We will grab out our Kuzan, and now we'll just search for a 2K, which we find. Piece Me wants to go Rosinante, but no, I'm going to go Zephyr. I'm going to take that. He's probably going to... Okay, Black Maria is interesting. I won't be able to remove this probably at all. To be honest, I don't think I have the ability to remove that. But this will restrict him from removing too much of my stuff. So I won't be hurting too much with it. But we are just going to drop the Borso right out the gate, get a blocker on the field. And if he decides to use his 5-drop Sanji, I will just use my Borsalino ability to trash one of the Garps and then draw a Garp off of leader ability. So, okay, it looks like he's just trying to ramp up as fast as possible, probably to 6 to just get his Beer Luffy out on the field. We will want to use Kuzan on Beer Luffy, so that would be something to keep in mind. There would have been a really good turn to use Beer Luffy. He's pushing me down to 3, so we're even now, and that's fine with me. I'm just going to go another 5 to face, and then I will Kuzan, trash, Garp, freeze here, and draw here, and then we'll just pass. Got a bunch of 2Ks in hand. That's the beauty of the deck. You run a ton of 2Ks, so really difficult to get past that. He put a Black Maria on field. I'm really wondering what this Black Maria is for. I feel like it's a setup play, so this guy might be running like a wild deck that I'm not sure about. But because the fact that he put a Black Maria and then proceeded to ramp as fast as he could, we aren't going to go down to 2, so we're going to go boom, and let's go 1 Hina. We don't need 2 Hinas. Let's, keep controlled. Oh, wow, okay, so I have 2 cards in hand, so this I am going to have to trash 2 cards, so we're going to trash here and here. That stinks, but we will just send Goku next turn, so not the worst play in the world. We're going to go 5 in. He can just block it, but is it his best interest to block it? Probably not, because then I just get a free 8 to face, and I will be playing out my Garp into Sengoku, and that'll draw me some cards. Again, another one that I probably should have done first, so that way I could have done a 9 swing. Play this right, trash, play, draw. And then you would be able to swing with a Rested Dawn. But I always forget how this Sengoku works. I always forget that you can trash card and get a cycle going. But yeah, it is what it is, Not the end of the world. I think right now we're sitting a lot more comfortable than he is, unfortunately for him. He can play out another Nico Robin to trash more cards from my hand, and that's fine. But yeah, and that's what he's going to do. And I'm going to trash probably this Suru and this Pheasant Peck. But he's down to 3-2, so I don't know if that was the best option. And if he chooses to swing here, awesome. Like, that's kind of what I want, right? He did not choose to swing at me. I don't even know if he's going to want to swing with this girl, because I will go he's going to swing really heavy. It looks like probably into my Kuzan. No, into my Borsalino blocker. Yeah, I can't keep this alive, so we're just going to let it die. That's fine. And then we will go draw Dawn. And since we're doing another one of these plays, we're going to do it right now aggressively. Trash a Suru, unfortunately. Play out another one. Draw a bunch of cards. We'll trash here, give a Rested Dawn here, draw a card. Trash here, give a rest on here, draw a card. And then now we can do a 7 into their 5. We can do a 9 into their 7. And they'll probably let this go too. If they choose to counter, yeah, they won't. And then we'll go 8 into face. And then we'll go a 9 into face. And they are... I don't know what they can do here, to be honest with you. I maybe they can get out of it with a 10 drop. If they have the 10 drop Luffy, that could be a tech play that they're running. I could see that being possible. But yeah, they'd have to get rid of all of my life and then rush me down, which they can do. There's a lot of cards in Black Purple Luffy. Great example would be the we're not gonna let it happen so early though. So we're gonna give him the counter that we need to give him. Because if he goes angry Luffy here, we're in a really rough situation, which is exactly what's gonna happen. So if we counter this and he goes angry Luffy, he can swing 7 -2, get 1 back. Yeah, we can take this, I think. I think we can take this. If I didn't, I messed up the game. It is angry Luffy. He can swing 7. And then -2. Yeah, okay. No, I did it right. So his idea here would be swing 8, but I'm going to give him the 2K, 1K, and he can't win the game now. He can swing 8 into one of my bodies, but I've, oh, and it was a 2K. So he wouldn't have won anyways. But we were able to pull it out because, I mean, look at this board. This is what happens if you let Kuzan start to really ramp up, is he'll just put all 8K bodies on field, and then these Sakazukis will just be giving all of his Dawn to Kuzan, and it's just hammering for 8Ks the whole way through. That's all endgame material though, so don't expect to be looking like this. This is last turn stuff, not, you're gonna be seeing this early on, but it's a good deck, but it's a little slow, I will say. So overall, this deck is a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. I like the idea behind it. I like how it kind of stays true to how Kuzan is in the show, if you think about it, because it's a slower deck, and it's also it tries to keep people at its pace, so it's trying to slow down these decks that are trying to play so fast. It tries to stall them out by utilizing this Kuzan that'll freeze them. So this deck is a lot of fun for that reason, and if you can get your pieces going, you just get endless draw, endless cards, you're always countering, and you're stopping them from attacking anything. By the end of the game, you're flooding the board with 8Ks, and they have nothing they can do. If you can see that, you're in a really good position. If you get rushed down before you can start getting all these pieces out on field, you're going to be in a really rough position, because you need to start getting cycle going as soon as possible. Otherwise, it's super fun to play. I think it'll be like a tier deck. I don't think it'll top out. It definitely tops some events here and there, but I don't think it'll be the best deck in the format, as there is no boosting of the leader in any sense. So, and that's kind of a gimmick for every deck right now that's good. They boost their leader. So because it's, lacking that, I think that's going to be a hindrance to it, but overall, not bad at all, and I'll probably be making some tweaks here and there, but this is my deck going forward. So I hope you guys liked it, and as always, leave a like, subscribe, share with a friend, and do whatever else you want with the video. And as always, GLG,